guys, welcome to my channel. I wanted to do a video tonight on some books that I have been reading over the last few months. I haven't made a video like this, like where I'm sitting down and chatting about something, in quite a while. I haven't posted vlogs or anything in quite a while as well, but I've been reading a ton and I feel like it's just something that I've been really enjoying the last few months, and quite a few people have written me after I made that post the other day about how many books I've read in the last few months, asking me what I recommend and like my favorite books and things like that. So I figured it would be easier to just make a video, talk about my top 3 favorite series that I read over the last 3 months, and just share with you guys kind of what I think. But no spoilers. I won't be posting any spoilers or talking about any spoilers on any of them. I'll just give you guys like a rundown of all of the books. So I guess let's get to it then. Over the last 3 months, since February 17th, I have read 40 books, which is like insane. I thought that I had only read like 20 some odd books, but when I counted everything up, I hit 40. I finished one book last night and started the 41st. Anyway, the first series that I started that kind of like threw me into the spiral of reading was the After series by Anna Todd. And you guys, I just like got super hooked on that. So I'll chat about that. That was like, I feel like it's in my top 3 because it's kind of what threw me into this entire spiral. I've always loved reading. I've always been a bookworm, but I have definitely stopped reading a lot over the last few years. I just felt like I didn't have enough time for it, or I was like really obsessed with some shows that were on, and that was kind of taking my extra time. But now that I've like gotten back into reading, I like have not watched anything other than Game of Thrones for the last 3 months pretty much. So the first series I am going to chat about is the After series by Anna Todd. It started out actually on Wattpad, which is a platform online where just anyone can write chapters and books and just upload them and interact with the community. It's really cool, but it started on that platform as fan fiction from actually Harry Styles. And then Wattpad picked it up and got a movie deal for it and then published the books. And they changed, obviously, a bunch of stuff in it and whatever. But if you have not heard of the After movie that just recently came out, that just came out in April. And I think that they just released news saying that they are making the second installment of that series. So basically, the After series is about a girl named Tessa and then a guy named Hardin. Those are 2 like main characters in the series. It's college age. So basically it's about her getting to college. She's a freshman, and just basically, I don't want to give anything away, but she is just like adjusting to college life. She meets Hardin. A lot of stuff happened. I will say that the first book, I was not in love with the writing, and I really kind of was second guessing it the entire time, and I was like frustrated with a lot of things. But like the storyline, just like my teenage heart was hooked basically, and I could not stop reading it. And then I would say every single book after that got better than the one before it. And the ending, it was so worth everything that happened in the first 3 books. So I believe it's 4 books, and then the 5th book is called Before. I will say that I have not read that because it is from Hardin's perspective, kind of things that happened. And I've never really been into same stories from another perspective, so I haven't read that one. But I have read the first 4, which is just like Hardin and Tessa's story, and it was so stinking good, you guys. Have to read it, because then you have to go see the movie, and then you'll have to see the second movie when it comes out next year. So that's going to be the first series that I really recommend. Okay, you guys, so the second series. You guys, I've read so many really good series, so it's hard for me to really pick my favorite 3 series that I've read over the last few months. But I would say that my second favorite is the Wait For You series by, I think it's Jennifer L. Armentrout. I may have pronounced that wrong, but I will post some kind of picture of it, hopefully, ideally right here, as soon as I figure out how to do that. I will say that the first book I did not love. I ended up reading it and then putting the series back and starting with a different series, and I didn't like that series, so I ended up going back to the Wait For You series. And I would say for sure this series, the second book I loved, the third book I really loved, the fourth book I was like, this is my jam. And every book after that I freaking loved as well. So the Wait For You series has several books in it. I can't remember exactly how many they were. Maybe it was 7, I believe. I also want to mention that this series is a companion series, which means that there's like a group of people and each book is about a new couple in the group. So at first, when I started these kinds of books, I honestly thought that I was not going to like them at all because I really like being invested and devoted into one couple. But I have literally not been able to put down companion series ever since I started. Like, they are my new all-time favorite kinds of books. So basically it is about a guy and a girl who also meet in college. His name is Cam, her name is Avery. It starts out with him being kind of like, not necessarily a bad boy, but he's kind of like a player and is super, super hot. You know, all the girls want him, that kind of thing. She's like more quiet and reserved, sticks more to herself and her friends, and they meet and it's their story and it's awesome, but wasn't my all-time favorite. But like I said, stick with it, get to the next book. Their story is beautiful, don't get me wrong, I love it. It just did not hook me, and after coming from the After series and another series that I really enjoyed, I just wasn't entirely into it. But you guys, the series was so worth it, and the fourth book was like my all-time favorite, and then every book after that I was like, I love all of these so much. So I would definitely recommend that series. I freaking love them. Check that one out. First of all, I do want to point out, all of these books that I've mentioned, they're all new adult books. So if you are not into new adult, then maybe don't read any of these. New adult, if you aren't sure what that is, it is a smidgen more like risque and descriptive. So maybe just like look into the new adult genre if you want to potentially read any of these and just know what you're getting into. So the last series that I am currently freaking obsessed with, I'm currently reading right now. Oh, you guys, it's so effing good. I can't even handle it. So this series was recommended to me by my good friend Carly. Shout out, thank you so much. This is legit. I'm so obsessed with this series. I will say that when she told me about this series, I did not think I was going to like it. I was like, I've grown up and out of that like phase of my life. But I was wrong, you guys. I effing love this series, okay? So this series is called The Black Dagger Brotherhood by J.R. Ward. And every single person needs to read it. That's all I'm just gonna say, okay? No, but seriously, you guys, this series legit has, I think, 17 books in it right now. The next book comes out in November. That's how obsessed I am with it. I've been waiting for the next book. I am currently on book 11 right now. The first book in the series is called Dark Lover. It's about Wrath and Beth. And I will just say that this series is about vampires and paranormal everything, okay? And I genuinely thought, listen, I'm past Twilight. I'm over it. Like, let's move on to reality. But you guys, these ain't no Twilight vampires, and they are freaking awesome and amazing. And these books are so freaking good. Ooh, okay, so the first book starts out with Wrath and Beth. Basically, there's a vampire, Darius, who he knows he has a daughter and he knows she's about to go into her transition, but she's human right now and she doesn't know him. And I think that she was in the foster care or something. I can't exactly remember. But she knows nothing about, obviously, her bloodlines and all of that kind of stuff. and Darius goes to Wrath, who is, gosh, I don't want to give things away, but he's a super powerful vampire, basically. And Darius goes to Wrath and asks Wrath to basically watch Beth and make sure that she goes through her transition okay. And that's all I really want to say, you guys, because I don't want to give a bunch away. But you guys, it is so good. So good. You have to read it. So right now I'm on book 11, and the story, while it starts, I genuinely thought, I don't know how like intricate this storyline is going to get with the first book, but J.R. Ward has built on every single book and incorporated so much into like the book you're reading now comes up like 3 books down the line. You know what I mean? Like each book is so woven together in a different way. It's so cool. I love this series. That is my favorite series right now. It's the one I'm currently going through. Definitely check it out. It is also new adult, like I said, so make sure that you are okay with that before you start reading it. I'm okay with that. It's my fave, and dang, it is so good. I think I'm going to start like a little book club group on Facebook, kind of a deal. So if you are into new adult books and you're okay with that and you just want to like chill and drink wine and hang out and chat with other people who also love these books and want to find out more awesome books to read, let me know, comment, or chat with me on Facebook, because we're probably friends on Facebook if you're watching this. I will add you to the group, and we're just gonna like start a fun little book club kind of-y thing. And yeah, basically that's it, you guys. So top 3 favorite series. After series by Anna Todd, Wait For You series by Jay Lynn is her name on like Amazon and things like that, or it's Jennifer L. Armentrout. You just have to kind of find either one, but just the Wait For You series. That one has 7 like single books of a new couple in it, I believe, but it has other books sprinkled in that are kind of like spin-off stories from the main books in the story. So I haven't read the spin-off ones because I just genuinely love the new couples of each story. So those are the ones that I read and I freaking love them, and they're my favorite as well. And then the Black Dagger Brotherhood by J.R. Ward. If you're into paranormal new adult books, check that one out because that's the one I'm currently reading and I'm obsessed with. Send me a message or comment down below if you have another book that you think I would love to read it. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't and you want to see more of these kinds of videos, because I think I'm going to do like book reviews and I don't know, depending on how much more I read, which is probably going to be a lot, I'm just going to kind of post videos about that kind of stuff that I really enjoy. So thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.